Hey guys, so today we're going to be looking at the gameplay by Paul Morphy. This is undoubtedly one of the most known games ever played. This game is also known as Opera game. So Morphy is playing white, he opens with the king's pawn to e4, e5, knight to f3, d6. So for those who don't know, this opening is called Philidor defense. The theoretical line for white is to play d4. The response of black was not the greatest move ever, but back then it was considered to be a part of the theoretical line. Bishop to g4. So it's not good for a very simple reason, right? If white takes the pawn on e5, black cannot recapture the pawn, because after queen takes on d8, king captures on d8, and knight takes on e5. White is up a pawn, right? So I hope you all solve this variation. So now bishop to e6 in order to defend the pawn on f7, but undoubtedly the position of white is better here. So of course black doesn't take with the pawn, he takes the knight on f3, queen takes, pawn takes on e5, and now Morphy simply develops his bishop. Maybe he's intending to castle short, he is also attacking the pawn on f7, and if allowed to be taken with the queen, that's going to be a checkmate. Black sees that, so knight to f6, but knight to f6 is not really a perfect defense. Here. Pause the video for a second and try to figure out the way for white to win a pawn. Okay guys, I hope you're back and I hope you found the move queen to b3. The point is that you're attacking the pawn on b7 with the queen and you're attacking the pawn on f7 with the bishop and with the queen. So it's impossible for black to keep both pawns alive, so queen to e7 follows. And now an interesting moment. Queen takes on b7 did not follow. And I believe it didn't follow because black would have played queen to b4, attacking the king on e1 and attacking the queen on b7, thus forcing an exchange. And even though white gets a position with an extra pawn, let's say f3, but it's still gonna be some time before he gets a decisive advantage. So Morphy didn't go for that. Instead, he decided to simply continue the development. Knight to c3, c6, bishop to g5. Bishop to g5 is a particularly interesting move. You're pinning the knight on f6, right? Generally, whenever you have an opportunity to pin something, you should go ahead and do that, because that makes pieces of your opponent immobile, and it gives you some tactical motives to use later, which you will see in the game actually. So after bishop to g5, b5 was played. b5 is another terrible move. So what I want you to do is to pause the video here and figure out the best move for white. Alright, so I hope you all managed to find knight takes on b5. Pawn takes, bishop takes, knight to d7. So now we have both knights pinned, right? The only thing that we haven't done in the opening yet, we haven't castled. So Morphy does that. Of course, castling long is better than castling short here because you get the rook on the d file straight away, and it's already putting some pressure on the knight on d7. After rook to d8, I would want you to find the best move for white once again. So pause the video here. Alright, I hope rook takes on d7 was found. Rook takes, and rook to d1, attacking the rook. Black doesn't really have a way out here already. Played queen to e6. And after queen to e6, white has a winning variation. So take a second, try to find the winning variation for white. Okay guys, so once again I hope you found takes on d7. Knight takes on d7, and now we have the checkmate in two moves. which is kind of iconic checkmate because all that white has left is a bishop and a rook, but that's just enough. So rook to d8 delivers a checkmate here. I hope you all enjoyed this wonderful masterpiece played by Morphy, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.